Libra, this ancestor money has been anointed, prayed for, prayed over for a money blessing on your behalf, sending this to your ancestors, deceased loved ones. That green flame shows that your deceased loved ones have accepted, have heard your wishes, your manifestations. They are working on your behalf to get to, look at that green flame, beautiful, to make sure that you receive all that and then some. Please accept this money blessing as a token of love and appreciation on my behalf. Thank you for all your support. Let's get to your reading. Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your bonus money mindset. All things luck, money, abundance, your money manifestations, where you are energetically on a financial level, career, business. However you choose to apply this is basically all things surrounding your finances. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. Beautiful. Look at that. 3 beautiful major arcanas here. I want to thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you all for being here. Your support is greatly appreciated. I hope you received the money blessing that I did for you guys. Oh my God, no more complaining. I literally just did Aquarius's. I'm going to take one more. Sever, vows of poverty. Very important message. We will get into that. Aquarius also got no more complaining. So either you and an Aquarius are complaining about stuff where you're not, or they're complaining about you, you're complaining about them. The two of you may be holding each other back here. And so, yeah, as I was saying, this was meant to be a bonus mid-month reading. I know it's quite a bit delayed. However, I decided to make this timeless. So this is really for whenever you watch this reading, it will apply to you. I swear I shuffled everything. You have the card of the Mystic, which is also what I got for Aquarius. You two are the only signs that have gotten that. Let's see what your My Oracle has for you. And this is why I shuffle during the recording, shuffle before, I shuffle after, and it amazes me when certain signs, especially of the same element, get similar cards or the same message overall. You have the card of the Tower. This is not like Tower moment, you know, things crumbling down for you. But rather than earning power, building a great legacy, generational wealth. Now let's get started with your Angels of Abundance card. No more complaining and sever vows of poverty. For some of you Libras, it feels as though you've had a difficult time letting go of the penny pinching mindset, right? You may be good financially, like more than okay financially, but there is this need of needing to hold on to every last penny, careful spending. And I know we should all be doing some form of that, you know, being good with our budgets, especially with inflation and everything that's going on, prices going up. It's outrageous. Housing markets, groceries, gas for your cars, your vehicles, you know, everything is going up in prices. And I feel like some of you are really holding on and clinching onto every last dime, penny, you know. I just get this feeling of some of you, it's not even about saving for a rainy day, because I feel like you've got that and then some. But there is this stressor surrounding money. And I feel like it's this constant nagging complaint in the back of your mind. If you're married or in a partnership, the two of you may be constantly complaining or arguing or talking about money. And I don't have this feeling that you are in severe lack of money, okay? However, I do feel that some of you that do have money in your savings don't want to touch it. And so you may be dependent on others for other expenses, right? If you are dependent on a partner, a spouse, additional income from other jobs, side jobs here and there, whoever you may be asking for money, especially if you get like some sort of allowance, okay? But I'm going to start off with the Sever Vows of Poverty, and let me tell you why. This is probably the biggest reason that may be holding some of you back, okay? This says, dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. Okay, so some of you may have, made a vow, a promise to consistently live in this energy of poverty, of living with less than it is probably possible to do so. You may have had some sort of spiritual soul contract that stems from past lifetimes. I feel like some of you may even been feeling like you're repaying an old debt from a past life in this lifetime. And so that is why it is time for you to sever these vows of poverty. No more complaining about why things haven't worked out, about why I'm hearing the quote, help me, I'm poor, right? And it's like, you're not poor. Stop saying that out loud. Stop saying that to yourself. When you say things like that, you're literally affirming that energy. Even if you say it in a joking manner, what will happen is things that will come up that, yes, you may have the money for, but maybe you feel a bit of a pinch, right? Maybe you feel like a bit of anxiety the minute you see your bank account go down below a specific number that you may have in mind. No more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. For some of you, you may be feeling like you are following in someone's vows of poverty footsteps, right? Perhaps you grew up seeing your parents struggle. Perhaps they still may be struggling financially. Maybe they, never had anything nice, right? Never got a chance to buy themselves some nice clothes, some nice shoes. Always felt like they had to bargain bin shop at all times because that's what they can afford. And now they're doing it by choice, even if they can afford more. I feel like there is that a fear factor when it comes to your finances. Well, if I continue to live below my means, I'll always have an excess. I'll always have extra money. But I feel like there is still fear behind it because you are afraid of losing it all at one point or another. And so I do feel like some of you may be attached to someone else's vows of poverty. This could be generational, handed down, what you saw growing up, and now that is what you have modeled your life, your behavior afterwards. And I know that things and times have changed so much in the last few years and beyond, that this is time. It's time for you to really just break free from that. Sever the ties, sever the vows, and energetically cut those karmic cords that have held you back. And no, this is not meant to speak ill will or negative towards, anyone's parents or partner or, the environment you grew up in, because people can only do what they know from a place that they're aware of, that they know what they can do. You can only do what you can with what you have at that moment. Mentally, emotionally, coping skills, financially, some people don't have the emotional and mental breakdown or ability to break things down to be able to do critical thinking and coping to level up their lives. Some people succumb to those vows of poverty and say, well, this is the life that's been dealt with to me. I guess this is all I can have. But is it? Or is that what you've settled for? Is that what you've accepted? And I feel like here you come, this generation, and you're like, hell to the no. That's your life, not my life. And but yet there is still that sense of habit of what you grew up doing, what you witnessed growing up over the last few generations. Queen of Pentacles here. Four of Cups, Two of Swords, the Magician, the Hangman, and the Sun card. Clearly, there is so much more to look forward to here. I feel like you've held on to the money that you've had, that you've created for a really long time. Some of you are even afraid to invest. You may be afraid to purchase a home, home values. I feel like there is always something on the negative side that you focus on. No more complaining. It's like, oh, I know I should invest my money, but if I buy a home, housing prices are crazy, the interest rates are nuts. I don't know, I should just hold on to it. And then what happens? You get what, 0.03% on your money in your savings? I mean, your money can do better for you, right? So the Mystic card, I am spiritually wealthy. I love, love, love this card because I do feel that how you are able to earn more money, create more wealth for yourself, a sense of financial security, or breaking free of these vows of poverty that you have been living under for quite some time, is by realizing that you are spiritually wealthy, is by realizing that you do have a calling. You are being called to break those karmic ties, those energetic ties to a life that was not meant for you. It was not dealt to you. It was, it was shown to you by example. That was it. That was it. You just happened to grow up in a household, or you just happened to be around people who had to see that type of struggle, whether in your community, whether it be, because of a friend that you saw this happening growing up, and maybe you guys were okay, but then you saw people that you had friends with or whatever that had a much bigger struggle, right? And I feel like for some of you, it really has changed your perspective on where you are, how you grew up, where you're going, where you'd like to be. And again, don't succumb to accepting that, well, I guess this is all I can do. I guess this is all that's left for me. When you have the Queen of Pentacles here, she really does. She's very practical with her money. She knows how to make her money grow. She knows how to hold on to her money and then be very grounded by it. She knows how to filter it out and, make good use of the money that she has in different areas of her life, different investment accounts, different just investments, period. I mean, look at all the beautiful garden that she has growing around her. Where she plants her pentacles, her money, her savings, it will definitely grow. But there is this part of you that says, if I give too much, I may only be left with one, when this is all still yours. This is all still yours, just in different areas of your life, in different accounts, in different subsets, in different investments, right? This could be banking on yourself. This could be your job. This could be, investment account, real estate, whatever it is that's coming your way. I'm also hearing for some of you is investing in your children, okay? So you could be creating accounts for your children, or, putting money towards something that will help your children grow, okay? So that is definitely highlighted here for you. Two of Swords. It's like you're immovable when it comes to certain things. You have a little bit of that fear factor of, I have to plan for a rainy day. What if things don't work out with my partner, with my husband? What if I lose my home? What if I lose my job? I don't know what to do. It's this scary fund for a rainy day, because it really is built out of the energy of fear. However, you can double down on that and, switch that energy to realize that, yes, you can create more money. You can create more opportunities for abundance. You can make your money grow. But does it have to mean that you have to sit there and patiently watch it grow and hope for a bad situation that you'll be able to feel some sense of relief that you were able to bail yourself out of, but at the same time, you're fearful that that's going to happen? Well, guess what? It's going to happen because you're manifesting that. When in reality, you can say, how can I better put my money to good use, to make more money, to grow for me? You know, what other areas or things that I can bring into my business? What can I do to further my education, to further my financial goals? What am I missing here? Because there is so much more happiness that's in store for you that I feel like some of you are just not seeing at this time. And your money oracle, earning power. This is about building a business, building a tower of money, of business, of growth, making a very sound decision when it comes to, you know, having a business for yourself, but also knowing that you have built this on a very strong and firm foundation. And for some of you, it's not about building a business, but rather looking for a corporate job. No more part-time jobs, no more, you know, low-paying wages, no more odd jobs here and there. This is having power and success in terms of, I'm seeing the Emperor card. I know it's not here, but my mind's eye, you know, saw the Emperor card, as I said, power and corporate job. And, you know, being careful of having an unstable position because you want something that's more grounded. And so some of you with the Nugget card here is saying, you know, that you'll see a small increase with valuable information. However, it is time for you to make an honest assessment of where you're at, where you've been, and where you're going. And what would happen if you weren't manifesting, if you weren't making changes out of fear, but rather out of optimism, rather out of excitement for the more that's to come. This is having a fresh start, steady work, and career building. Like I said, some of you guys are definitely furthering your education, going from part-time odd jobs here and there, low wages, to something much more stable. And at first it may seem like it's not as big enough of an increase financially, but you will see that there is a lot more out there for you. If you have to start entry level, it will have the valuable information and training that you will need to continue to have growth in your career, in your money, finances. Okay. Now be careful. This is highlighting, the skull card is highlighting going through a rough patch. Be careful borrowing money. Be careful tapping into your savings when it is not necessary. Some of you may be looking into careers as a healer, especially with this Mystic card. You may be an energetic healer. You may be looking into spiritual work. I do feel like some of you have a very strong spiritual side where you can do some sort of reinvention of your path, of your career, what you want to do, especially if you are going through a rough patch, unemployment, not working. I also feel some of you may be doing hospice work and being more of like a helpful caretaker for some that may need it. And it really does feel like, even if you're not a doctor or a nurse, but rather your presence, your conversations, your attentiveness can really help those in hospice feel like there is a part of themselves that can be healed. Okay. And I know for some, I get this feeling that you know, if you go and you volunteer or just look into getting a work, getting a job in hospice work, I get that you have a very calming energy that can really help those that are really lonely extend their life. Okay, I'm hearing that very clearly. So some of you that may have been thinking of something like that, going into nursing or in the medical field, hospice, helping others out in that environment, this is a very strong sign for you. Now you have the card of Fox here, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. You also have warning, finger warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So what exactly is this warning pointing to? Let's see. The card of the cat, a two-faced friend. I cannot make this up, guys. I always try to pull an additional card with this one to see what is that finger pointing to. You've got a two-faced friend. Be very, very careful of this energy. I feel as though some of you already know who that may be. And so if you're not sure, give me one more card to clarify who this can be, if Libra isn't sure. Okay, so the card of chain. a chain of events that will affect your life. I feel like this person can cause some sort of chaos in your life. I feel like if there's a chain of events that have been happening in your life, like one thing leading to another, and there seems to be some sort of core or common denominator here of who started it, who said what, or who took it to the deep end. That is your two-faced friend. Someone who should be helping you stay grounded, however, is probably making you feel a bit more erratic. So yeah, look at that. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. So I feel like you already know who this person is. I really didn't need to clarify for you. But you know, if you had some sort of feeling and you just didn't want to believe it, but your inner guidance is really pointing it out to you, it's time for you to listen to that. Don't let anybody stop you from what is best for you. I get this feeling of they may be jealous of everything that you're trying to do and grow and be. So you also have the card of the club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. My God, who are these people? Trust your intuition. Listen, right off the bat, the fox is saying you need to be a little bit more shrewd and more, you know, grounded and stubborn in your energy when it comes to building a business that you want, working on things like that. If you have a two-faced friend that is causing chaos in your business plans, ideas, trying to make you, especially if this is a business partner, trying to make you go a path or a way that they feel is much more profitable or easier, but you don't agree, trust your intuition here, okay? I feel like there is someone who's really trying to convince you to follow their lead, follow their path. You've got two cards that flew out. This is most definitely a rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So be careful of that. You also have the card of the rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. I'm sure you definitely need that energy after dealing with this type of two-faced friend. Definitely not a friend, obviously. The star card, guaranteed success, fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate, and barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Definitely feel like you guys are changing things up here. It's time for you to sever vows of poverty. If you are in a business partnership and a romantic partnership where you felt that everything that you're trying to do for yourself, to be a better human, to be more successful, or to even just feel more successful, like you've earned your way in, you know, in your job, in your career, you've worked so hard for your own personal growth. You may have someone who may be making you feel a little bit small about this, like it's unnecessary. Why are you trying to do this? And you know, people that really have your back are not going to make you feel bad about wanting better for yourself. So keep that in mind. I do feel like whatever it is, whatever dreams that you may be chasing, working on, building for yourself, there is this feeling of guaranteed success. So take what resonates, my Libra friends, and apply it to your situation. I will see you guys really soon. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and your playlist is here. I will see you guys in your next one. Take care. Bye.